Nick Hart from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
What's up? It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Eric Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go!
Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And Lydia, aka Mama Lou, is not here because she's actually off being a mama, if you will. Did we actually mention this last time? I can't remember.
If we did. I think so.
Okay, so in case you missed it, Lydia is trying out the parenting thing, and she's hosting some students from Japan. So Lydia's part of the...
It's like teenagers, right?
Teenagers, yes. So yes. Canadian Japanese Cultural Center. I think that's what it's called in Hamilton. So she's part of like the board of that. And obviously her and her husband Kenny are very into like Japanese culture, and they've been there a couple of times, and they're hoping to go back again this year. So I guess this is a new program or to the center, or this is the first time she's heard about it, where you could actually, students come from Japan and they're here for just under 2 weeks. I think it's about 10 days. And kind of experience like the Canadian lifestyle and stuff. So they needed host families to host them in their homes. So Lydia did that. So,
and this is the second go around, right? Like
this is the second round she's in right now. So just to kind of like give you guys a backstory on Lydia is that she does not do well with children. She's very awkward around them. She gets very paranoid. She always feels like, I don't know. So we're like,
it's not for everyone, you know,
kind of a weird fit. Like obviously like Sophia, you work with kids full time. So,
I'm just like, basically I'm a big kid at heart when you're working with children, really.
Basically, but Lydia, so it was kind of like, okay, this is weird, but okay, good for you for doing this. So the first round, it was 2 boys. I think it was like a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, but boys are very shy and don't talk a lot, and like it was awkward. And then the one boy, because they weren't even the same age, and all the students going on this trip, it's not like they come from one school, they come from like all over for this program, so they don't actually know each other before the trip. So the one guy was like this jock kid, and this other one was like a really shy kid, and then it was just like weird. And like, so as a host family, Lydia has to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner for them every day, and also like do their laundry and drive them to and from school. And then like, so they're in school for like, I think it's like 9 to 4 or something, but then in the evenings, then she has to take them out and show them like around the area, and like, you know, they're just not.
She's like a tour guide, basically.
So basically, yeah. So like she took them to like African Lion Safari, which is one of our like places. It's like a safari. It has like all these, basically as the name is, African Lion Safari. So there's like animals that free roam around and stuff like that. They did not give 2 shits. They did not care at all. And Lydia's like, okay, great, cool. So, but they went to like the beach one day, and then like whatever. So. And what's dumb is, it's not dumb, obviously, but one of the rules is that they're not allowed to actually go swimming when they're here, because I guess that's a lot of responsibility. You obviously don't want these kids to drown or whatever, right? So she's like, cool, let's go to the beach so you can look at the beach, but not swim.
Let's go look at the water.
Pretty much. Yeah. So anyway, so that was her first round. So she was a little bit frazzled, but that was only 2 kids. So this round, she actually has 3 girls.
Oh, wow.
And they're all the same age. They're all 14. And
I feel like girls would be easier to get along with.
I think at this moment they are, because like girls are a little more outgoing than the boys, and these girls are all K-pop fans.
Oh,
so
nice.
Like by random fluke, I was just like looking on Facebook, and in our town there was in our city there was a festival this weekend, and they had like K-pop performances and a K-pop dance party, and it was a free festival. So I was like
meant to be.
There you go. Here's something you can do with the girls. So she like asked them if they wanted to go, and she's like, and they were all screaming and excited. So I was like, isn't that cute?
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, to be 14 again.
Yeah, I know, right? So then, and they really wanted to go to the mall. That was their thing. So they wanted to go to the Eaton Center. So they went to the Eaton Center.
That's a big deal. And as a teenager, go to the mall.
Yes. So they were very excited to go to the mall, and then they went to this K-pop festival. So they had a very fun day yesterday.
Oh, awesome. Lydia must have been so tired after that day.
Yes. And apparently I didn't talk to her, but she sent me some messages. I guess Lydia somehow got pulled up on stage and got to dance with the K-pop people.
Ooh, Lydia. Good for you, Lydia.
Yeah. So she's living her best mom life. And
excellent. Yeah, so. Well, the good thing is she gets to give them back at the end of the
That's the thing, because she was all like, do we want kids? Like, this would be kind of like a fun trial. I'm like, I don't really know if it's comparable trial because these kids are 14.
Yeah, you're not getting the full thing of it.
Diaper experience and all that stuff. But I think that's kind of a good way to kind of ease it in. So, so that's so that's what Lydia's doing.
Well, congrats, Lydia. Hope goes well. To continue success with this momming.
Yes, for sure. Definitely. So, and also she has my car and I'm carless, and I'm just like, man, you don't realize how much you rely on a car when you don't have a car. You're like, oh, I want to just go here. I'm like,
TTC, that's why I TTC it up.
Like my mom did get me a Presto card. So I was like, which is for the buses. And I'm like, I guess I could take a bus. Haven't taken one in like 10 years, but yes.
It's an adventure.
And then I was using the minivan, but now my brother's car broke down this weekend. So my mom gave my brother the minivan. So we're just like, okay. Like, there's still like an additional car, but I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, all good.
It's just for the weekend, I guess. You just relax.
Until, the long weekend. Oh, yes. Happy long weekend, everyone. I don't know.
Happy civic holiday.
Is there a long weekend in the States this weekend or no?
I'm not sure. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to assume no, but in Canada, it is Civic Holiday Weekend.
Is it Veterans Day? When is Veterans Day?
No, I think that was in May.
Okay, then no.
Weekend, USA.
I don't think so, because usually, like, there's July, obviously, for Independence Day, Canada Day usually goes, and then, I don't know, May 2-4 weekend, I'm assuming, is also... The only time
they don't have a July and August.
Yeah, they don't have an August one.
They have the 4th of July and then Labor Day in September. So, yes. So, Sophia, would you like to explain what Civic Holiday is?
Well,
none of us know.
I don't recall why, to be honest. It had something to do with one of our prime ministers or something like that.
All right, let me check out Wikipedia. Honestly, I feel like it's just because our summer is so short. They're like, here, take another holiday. But
that could also be it. But yeah, I feel like something to do with something with history, something with Canadian history.
It's something historical. Let's check.
Yes.
Yeah, I've only been in this country for over 40 years. Still don't know what this holiday is.
To be fair, I don't think anyone knows why.
All right, so let's see if Wikipedia knows. Let's see what our buddies over there say. All right. Civic Holiday is a public holiday in Canada celebrated on the first Monday in August. Though the first Monday of August is celebrated in most of Canada as a public holiday, it is only officially known as Civic Holiday in Nunavut and the Northwest Territories, where it's a stat holiday. I'm sorry. I thought we also called it that in Ontario.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Let's move on. In other provinces and municipalities, the holiday is known by a variety of names, including British Columbia Day in British Columbia, New Brunswick Day in New Brunswick, Saskatchewan Day in Saskatchewan. All of these places celebrate the date as a provincial stat holiday. It's Heritage Day in Alberta, Natal Day in Nova Scotia, Terry Fox Day in Manitoba. It is also celebrated in several municipal holidays in Ontario, such as Simcoe Day in Toronto. Did you know this?
Yes, I kind of knew this. It kind of sounds familiar because they usually say Simcoe and Civic Holiday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
John Galt Day in Guelph, Colonel By Day in Ottawa. Despite its special designation, the day is not a stat holiday in Nova Scotia, Manitoba, Alberta, or Ontario. However, it is commonly observed by all levels of government, financial institutions, and businesses. So it kind of a holiday, but might not be a holiday. The word civic is a reference to municipalities such as cities and towns, as this day is not legislatively mandated a public holiday across the country by Canadian federal government, and is often given a different, more specific name by some municipalities and provinces. Okay, so that is interesting.
So if someone were to ask you, you'd be like, oh, it's because of the municipalities. That's why.
So I'm just going to skip over the other ones.
That's why people don't know why.
It says in Ontario, the first Monday of August is technically a municipal holiday. It is not designated official stat day by provincial legislation. It takes on different names, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, so basically it's a bunch of different names. Oh, apparently, did not know this, Hamilton, it is George Hamilton Day, who is the founder of our city. Also did not know that. So don't know my own city, guys, but basically it's a holiday. It's one of those ones that some companies will give you stats, some won't. I work for a radio station, so it's a federally regulated company. So we do get the Monday off because it's whatever, but
I work with children and we do get the Monday off as well.
Yeah. So I feel like most businesses are closed unless you're like a restaurant or something, because I feel like restaurants are open during all holidays because
and I feel like the malls would be open.
Yeah, I think grocery stores are closed, but I think certain so it's kind of like one of those holidays where it's like kind of a stat, kind of not. It depends on your company type thing. So anyways, if you celebrate, enjoy. So.
Civic holiday, happy Simcoe Day, happy whatever day it is in your town, city, in Canada. Enjoy it. It's always nice to have a day off and just relax and do nothing.
Yes.
Or if you're doing something, there might be fireworks as well.
Yeah, that's true. This is a good firework weekend sometimes. Yeah. So yes, because it's like you're right in the thick of the summer. Because in Canada, students don't go back to school till September. Like I know a lot of the places in the States, they go back July.
Yeah, so because I think they finish in May, right? Don't they finish in May? Yeah.
So we finish at the end of June. So then July, August is off, and then people are back in September because
I can't believe it's already August. Summer is going quick.
Just like zooming by. Okay. So, but anyways, happy holiday if you celebrate. If not, enjoy yourself. Okay. So next up, we have a couple of boy band updates that have occurred.
Yes.
One
of them.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do the contest first, I think. I'm just going to say,
let's do the contest.
So we originally, so we had our 300th episode 2 episodes ago. So hopefully you've checked that out. For our 300th episode, we kind of did like a wheel spinny game, and
one of our favorites,
randomly picked an episode and then tried to remember what the episode was about because that's a lot.
Well, it has been 300 episodes. Can't remember all of them,
which is crazy. That is crazy. Like. When we started this podcast, we didn't actually know how to podcast. We kind of still don't know how to do that. However,
it's all part of the fun.
It's all part of the fun. So we did not actually realize that people just do like seasons of podcasts. So they'll do like 10 episodes.
But I feel like that's a new thing, seasons of podcasts.
Maybe.
Because in the beginning, it wasn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
People just did the regular, but now it's like a big, like even more so, more popular and doing seasons. I've never heard of that.
I feel like, especially with more of like the celebrity podcasts as well.
Yeah,
they do seasons because like you can only get people for so long, and they're busy with doing other projects, right?
Mm-hmm. So, which is interesting.
We just keep plugging along, guys.
We are an OG apparently now. We're part of history.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the historic Boy Band Break podcast.
Well, Chris, right? Chris is the one who's like 300 episodes. We've only done like 10 and we don't know like what we're going to talk about. So come on, we did good. We have done good.
There, a few of you have reached out. I have not got back to yet about some ideas for podcasts or special guests. So sorry for the delay on that. We will work on getting back to everybody. It's been a bit of a crazy couple of months with like
busy,
stuff, life in general.
Life is lifing.
Life is lifing. So appreciate the ones that have reached out to us. We will get back to you. I'm sorry that I have that, that ADHD type thing where you're like, oh, okay, I see this message, I'm going to respond, but then you don't respond. And then all this time has passed. And then you start panicking that you haven't responded and all that stuff. So sorry. Yeah. Apologize. We will get back to you. Anyways, what we were going to talk about we were going to do the prizes. So we launched a contest for our 300th episode, and we're giving away 5 boy band related prizes. It was supposed to end yesterday, but then we're like, you know what? Like, it's summer. A lot of people are busy and they're off on vacations and doing stuff. So we thought we would like extend it for another 2 weeks just so we have a little more you have a little more time to enter if you want to enter.
Yes.
Also, I realized that when we did our 200th giveaway that we did it for a month. So it makes sense to just do it for a month. So there you go. Or was that 100th? Whatever.
I think
Anyways,
it was 200. I think it was 200.
So the links should be here. I will be posting them below, but you can also go on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz, and get the links from there.
And it's on our link tree as well.
It's on our link tree, yeah.
Yes, and the top part.
Yes. So basically, I don't know if I should show you. Okay, I'll show you what one of them looks like, and then I'll just show you the prize. What do I click on? Okay. So, okay, here we go. So basically, you're just going to go to the website, and then it's going to kind of show you. It's very, very easy to enter. So basically, you just enter your email address, and then you go through, and then so that automatically gets you in for the contest. But then you can also like listen to episodes, subscribe to things, and you get bonus and share with a friend, do all that stuff. So there's a bunch of different contests happening. So we have 5
So
prizes.
it's a fun way to like enjoy the podcast, and then you win a prize.
Exactly. So, and it's open worldwide. So it doesn't matter where you live. We will ship your wire things falling off the shelf. Okay. You can. I didn't even hit the shelf. It's just okay. It is what it is. My office is in shambles, guys. It will be clean.
Maybe it's a ghost. Ooh.
Yeah. Woo. Anyways, okay. So we have. We wanted to. This is just stuff from our personal collection, and we're gonna ship things throughout the world. So it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in Australia or whatever,
We ship worldwide.
Worldwide, doesn't cost you anything, and we will email you directly. So, you know, I'm sure nobody's going to be scamming these, but basically you will get an email from us asking for your address, and then we'll ship it. Doesn't cost you anything. You're all good. We're not selling this information anywhere. Nothing's happening with it. We're just doing it for the contest. So first prize that we are, and you can enter all 5 contests if you want. You do not need to just have the one. So
more chances to win if you do that.
So there you go. Okay, so the first item up is NSYNC headbands. So this is the headbands that I have made. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so we can see this closer. So I bought NSYNC fabric at Joann's Fabric. I looked up some YouTube tutorials. They don't look that cute. They're cute, guys. They're cute. I got a lot of comments on them. But
I love it, and I love that you did like a bow.
It's NSYNC. It has a bow, so like
that's so fun.
It's fun. It's the bye fabric. There's Chris. There's Justin.
And O-Town loved them too when you gave it to them.
I gave them to O-Town, and then they wore. It was pretty funny. I'm sure they were.
It was very entertaining. Yes,
it was very entertaining. So anyway, and I gave it to Chris, and then yeah. So, anyway, so yeah, so you get not 1 but 2 of these headbands, so you can share with a friend. So again, and it just has this like flexible little metal headband in there, so it like fits and it doesn't dig in or anything because it's fabric. So very comfortable, very cute. So okay, so that is prize number 1. Prize number 2 for our Backstreet Boys fans are these Backstreet Boys tights. So these were given out years ago. Was it the fan club? I feel like
it was a fan club, yeah.
Exclusive. So yeah, so there you go.
I still have mine. Fun.
They're very cute. They have I Want It That Way, In a World Like This, Backstreet Boys, Backstreet's Back. So it has like titles of the songs.
And we like, is it okay to say we wore these when we took
these are not brand new, but they are vintage and you can't buy them. So
yeah,
they're in good condition still. They're not like crap, but yes, so they are clean and whatever. So that is your Backstreet Boys rare item. So there you go.
Yes.
So item number 2. Prize number 3 is this is a One Direction Midnight Memories book. So
that's a really good picture of them.
Piano books. So if you want to do piano, vocals, or learn how to play guitar to One Direction, there is this book. It has the track listings. You got the best song ever, which is a great song, Story of My Life, Diana, Midnight Memories, You and I, Don't Forget Where You Belong, Strong, Happily, Right Now, Little Black Dress, Through the Dark, Something Great, Little White Lies, and Better Than Words. So you could learn how to perform them as well as the boys in One Direction. So there you go. So that's an option.
Ooh.
Kind of like a fun little thing. Prize number 4 is this one is brand new. So this is a brand new t-shirt from O-Town.
O-Town.
It is size large.
They look good in that one too.
They look very good. Dan designed this. So Dan designed.
Way to go, Dan. So proud of you.
And then I don't know if you can tell, but the O-Towny part is like, it's like a glitter.
Ooh,
So
glitter
it's like
is fun.
glitter, so yeah, so
Things that glitter are fun.
this is the shirt that you get when one of the shirts that you could get when you buy meet and greets, and they give you a free shirt for the price of what the meet and greet, but they were all out of my size, so that is why I have a large. But it's cute. It's a cute shirt. It's really cute. I like it. And last but not least, prize number 5 is an autographed BB Mac picture.
Woo!
So our friend Katie Robertson had some extras, so she gave it to us. So we are in turn giving it to you. So there you go. So it's signed by the 3 guys of BB Mac. Very cute, very cool collectible. So yeah. So there you go. You can enter to win any of these prizes. There's 5 in total. The new end date is Saturday, August 17th. So as long as you enter before then, you're in the draw. And then we will contact the winners on the 18th. So we'll do
good luck to everyone who
good luck.
entered.
And yes, free to enter. Enjoy your lives. I don't know why I keep saying enjoy your life. My friend Alan says that a lot, and I just feel like it's now randomly come into.
It's not part of your vocabulary. I feel like that's what happens when you're with friends. Like when I used to say "all in the hood," you all good in the hood. You also,
yes, I still say that.
Yeah. So it's all good in the hood.
Josh, when he's thinking, he's always like, and I was like, God, that's so annoying. And then now I've started doing that, and then I get annoyed at myself for making the noise, and I was like, ah. So yeah, you know. It is what it is.
The influencers, we influence each other.
It's so true. We don't even have to try. It's so good time. Okay.
And then even remember, like we used to make up songs, put it in the cup. Like there was no reason for this
you and
to be
Lydia
a song.
used to make up like the most.
And then like
songs.
people were like, yes, put it in the cup. And then when it was like 11:15, I would sing 11:15, and then you would always bring it up.
Yes,
so like stupid things like that.
Stupid inside jokes that they just keep a going. Anyway,
that's right.
Okay. So updates on things. So I don't know about you, but I have subscribed to a bunch of random musicians, like
the community thing.
That community thing. So like text.
So I just have Backstreet Boys because I feel like that's more than enough. Because I feel like New Kids on the Block
do it
a lot, right? Do they do it a lot or no?
And I don't even read them half the time. I'm sorry. Okay. But yes. I don't know. Anywho, so I had the Jonas Brothers. But first of all, I did not actually have them saved in my phone as the Jonas Brothers. It was just this random number. And I'd be like, hey, you got a second to chat? Joe here. And I'm like, what? They're like, miss you. I'm like, what the fuck kind of spam is this? And it's like, and my new single, but my new solo album, Music for the People Who Believe in Love, is available for pre-order. I was like, who the fuck is Joe? And then I like clicked on it. I was like, oh my God, it's Joe Jonas. I mean,
oh my God, that's funny.
So, anywho,
so always label what it is. So you're not like, who the hell is this?
I was just like, I was about to like block it. I was like, oh, because I keep getting all these random like text spam. And I was like, oh, another one. And then I like scrolled up and I was like, oh no, hold on. This is a Jonas Brother thing. So
that's funny.
So apparently Joe Jonas is releasing a solo album. I'm not sure if it says when it's coming out. Hold on one sec.
Well, he has a lot to write about, right? Because he got divorced, and so I feel like that's why. I feel like usually when like people are going through things, especially celebrities and artists, they like to write the things down about it, and then that's how it becomes an album.
That's how it works, man. Okay, so let me just read this. So it says, Music for the People Who Believe in Love, that is a really long title, by the way, is the new solo album from Joe Jonas, releasing on Public Records on October 18th. Okay. So
and interesting that he still believes in love after what happened. So yeah, that's cool.
Never know. The album features new single, Work It Out, and 12 additional new tracks. This package features a signed insert with an exclusive image of Joe in addition to a 12-page booklet. All photos were taken in the Andes in Chile. Okay, well, that's
Oh my God, Chili's? Oh my God, remember Chili's?
not Chile's, the country of Chile. But
Oh my God, I would have been like dying if
could
it
you
was
imagine?
actually.
All pictures are taken in Applebee's. Like,
Oh my God, can you
all
imagine?
the Olive Garden. No, so the country of Chile, but
Okay, sorry.
picture.
All right, nice.
He appears to be smelling flowers. I don't know.
I don't know. Every time I
so-
hear like Chili's now, I'm just like, it just brings me back to that time we went to Applebee's.
Chili's. Was it Chili's with O-Town, I think?
Yes,
Yes.
Chili's. Yes, sorry.
Like, there's O-Town. We're like, what? And then afterwards, Eric's like, did you enjoy your dinner at Chili's?
I was like, wow. When you told us, I was like, wow. Tell us how you really feel, Eric.
Oh, Eric. I love him. Okay, anyways,
He's
so
fun.
so he is doing a pre-order. So it's actually not that expensive. So the signed CD is $23. The non-signed CD is $20. So I'm like, I think for $3, you might as well splurge for the
Might as well, yeah. Because usually, if it's not signed, it would be like $15.
Yeah, it would be way more, but anyways, yeah. There's a vinyl as well. It's $47. Then
I
he has
feel
a
like
couple-
everyone is coming now out with vinyls because it's something
it's the jam now. Everyone
different, right?
going
Like
back in time and like, oh,
nostalgic sells. So a
in all
vinyl.
fairness, they do look pretty cool. Like, look, I got this.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have a player?
I do not, but this was like the one I took to Mexico and got Chris to sign.
Fun.
I don't actually remember this. Okay, the album's not actually in here. You know what? I don't think I brought the album because I didn't want it to get like ruined in Mexico. But yes,
Makes sense.
but they're cute, and some people
Yeah.
actually like display them and do like the whole thing. So
No, I love it. I just,
it's just
I
so
don't have
weird
a
that it's like
record
coming
player.
back because now everything's like digital. So there's not actual, and it's even CDs are kind of like nobody
Yeah,
really
like-
uses them anymore.
when people come out with new CDs, I'm like, no, I need the physical copy. Like I can't not have a physical copy.
Yeah, for sure. So, so he also has a couple of T-shirts that have like him with the flowers. There's one with like a heart thing, and then there's a shirt that says "If lost, return to Joe," which I thought was kind of funny. So
Yeah, that's cute.
anyway, so that's what Joe Jonas is doing. But speaking of,
Do you know who is doing something as well?
in the Jonas chat,
Oh no, sorry.
okay,
I thought you were moving along. Sorry, go ahead.
I am moving along, but
Okay.
so The Good Half will be screened nationwide for 2 nights, July 23rd and 25th in a theater near you. So, oh, this is something even different. Oh my goodness. I'm
What
so
is it?
confused. Okay.
Is
so
it
what
Joe
The Good
Bros?
Half? Okay, so this is a Nick Jonas thing. I entered, I did not win. No, I didn't enter because it was only open to Americans. The Good
Yeah, that's disappointing too when it's only open to Americans.
Nick Jonas. Okay, so The Good Half is a movie. Okay, so hold on, should I share? Okay, I'm not going to share the screen because it's not really a screen. But according to Wikipedia, The Good Half is a 2024 American comedy drama written by Brett Ryland, directed by Robert Schwartzman, starring Nick Jonas. It premiered on June 8th, 2023 in Tribeca, and it was released in the United States on July 23rd, 2024. So that is only a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
So I wonder if it's actually, I haven't heard anything about this though. I wonder where it's been
I
released.
haven't either. I've
Okay, so sorry. Ren Wieland returns to his home of Cleveland, Ohio for his mother's funeral. Oh. Once there, he forges new relationships while healing old ones before confronting his problems and trying to face his grief. Okay. That's basically all it says on Wikipedia. So that's interesting. Okay, so this, oh, hold on. The release date in Canada is August 16th. So
okay.
it's not
So
come
it's
out
in
yet.
a week or
So
so.
I guess I feel like we should go watch this. I feel like this should be,
Where is it?
I don't know. I have not. If it's in real theaters, we could go. But yeah, release date in Canada. I clicked on release date in Canada and it just brought me to Wikipedia about Canada. So, yes. Anyways, so I don't know. I guess it's a drama, but they said it was a comedy. So hopefully it's not as like depressing. But
so maybe it's like
maybe it is.
Maybe it's like a satire kind of thing.
Could be. I wonder if it's like, it could just get a limited release and just be at a couple of independent theaters, or it could be released in actual theaters like nationwide. So we will find out. If you guys have seen The Good Half and want to talk about it, cool, let us know.
Yes.
Otherwise, we will attempt to track it down and watch it, guys.
Yes.
Okay. But also, which I thought this was the same thing, Nick is in another thing. It is called, it's on Broadway, and it's called The Last 5 Years. So this is a play, and I'm going to actually I had an article.
Look at Nick, right? Nick is hustling hard, that Nick Jonas.
Look at these Joe Bros. Also, random, I finally watched a couple of episodes of Claim to Fame.
Oh, yes.
Is Kevin Jonas and Frankie Jonas.
Yeah, that's fun. How was it?
It was actually pretty good. So I guess they're on season 3. I didn't even realize they're on season 3.
Is it a reality show? It's a TV show.
So basically it's like a reality TV show. And what happens is, I can't remember how many people. I think it was like 10 or 16 or whatever. Oh my God. People who are somehow related to celebrities are on this. So they're there, and then the other people have to try to guess which celebrity they're related to. So
do they get clues?
So they do get clues.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's, we should go back and watch. It's got to be on one of the streaming services. We've got to go back and watch this. But I didn't even realize I was recording it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. So basically on this season, I'm assuming it's the same in every season. So they came, and there was like a little cocktail. So they all live in a house together, kind of like a Bachelor or whatever, any of those shows. And they were allowed, it was like that game, 2 Truths and a Lie.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to like say like 2 truths and a lie about their connection to this celebrity. So, which kind of throws people off because you don't know obviously which one is the lie.
Right.
Because you don't tell. And then, so they have like little notebooks, and then they, whatever. And then there's this like wall that has like clues from each of the celebrities.
Okay. So
it's all kind of there, and like, you're like, oh, but the clue could be like weird, right? So I'm trying to think of a clue that was useful. I got nothing. Anyways, there's a bunch of clues on this wall. So they're just like staring at this wall, but then they also have to play like these games. So they like are in teams, and the games are also clues. So for example, they had this, oh my God, they had this one game, and they were in canoes. So they had to so they had clues.
Okay.
And they had a clue and a thing, and there was 2 teams against each other. So the clue would give you a word. So then they had to like use the canoe to go to these little islands in the pond and get the letters and bring them back to the shore, and then spell the words.
Oh my God, that sounds very chaotic and hilarious.
It was very chaotic. This one guy just kept falling in the lake. So eventually they like took him out because he just couldn't get into the canoe, and he was just like, it was so funny. And then, so whatever. And then also the secondary problem with this is, even if they have the correct word, sometimes they can't spell it properly.
Right.
So they kept failing. So Kevin and Frankie would be like, right word, wrong spelling, or like wrong word. And then they would have to like scramble out and get some things. But all of those words were clues to the different celebrities in the house too. And then there's like this other thing that if you win like the challenge or what, oh my God, there was another one where they had to play telephone. So they had to like do this poem, and they had to like call the one guy. Then the other guy had to run down the stairs and talk in a megaphone to this guy. And this guy had to like slide through here and then talk through like, and then it was just like, so it got really messed up. It was very interesting. It was
chaos.
It was basically chaos. So it's actually really funny. And then the guys just come and do like, so I'm like, oh, now I got to go watch the show, because we like binge watched 4 episodes, and we're like, the show's really funny. So it's Claim to Fame. But
awesome.
Then the leader of the team or whoever wins the challenge gets to go, and there's like a special wine bottle in the cellar. And in the wine bottle, there's like a clue about, so it'll be like Sophia's clue. So you're like, okay, so then you would grab it. And then there's like a pictogram picture. And then so you still have to like solve the clue to kind of figure out how that pertains to your celebrity. But it's like, it's crazy. Like, and then what they do is that the loser or whatever has to be the guesser, or they vote to who's going to be the guesser. So then the guesser has to like pick a random person and be like, okay, I'm pulling you up. I think you're related to Michael Jackson or whatever. So then there's like a countdown on the clock. It's like a 10-second countdown.
So they do like dun dun dun.
It's very dramatic, yes. So then if the celebrity, if you guessed wrong, then it just like looks like it's melting like the. So then because you guessed wrong, you get kicked out of the house. But if you guess right, that person gets kicked out of the house. And then they show a video clip of the celebrities, like the actual celebrity, like talking about, oh, this is my niece, or this is my cousin, or this is my whatever. So it's like, so they have like a little video of that. So it was really cute.
Is it A celebrities or like CD celebrity?
Like, so the one guy was John Cryer. He was in 2.5 Men and Pretty in Pink. So one of his clues on the clue wall was a duck, because in Pretty in Pink his name was Ducky.
Yeah.
So like it was just really funny. So he actually had a
cool.
really
I thought it would be like D celebrities that you don't know.
One of them was like Jamie Lee Curtis, and we're like,
oh,
okay.
nice.
Well, yeah. So it's definitely like celebrities people have heard of.
Okay, that's good.
Like, yeah.
So then if you haven't heard it, you're like, wow, we're shit out of luck.
Like, I'm like, if there was a sports celebrity in there, I definitely would be like, I have no idea who this person is. Like, it is what it is. So basically, with the funny one with the John Cryer niece one, it was like he actually, I guess it's filmed in California or whatever. He actually came in the limo to pick her up to take her home. He's like, you got out on the whatever episode. Oh, I thought you would have lasted longer. Oh, whatever. It was just really funny.
That's
like,
funny.
Cute. Like, this is a cute show. I'm like, all right, gonna look.
Right?
Anyways,
put it on our list.
Put it on the list of things
or
to do. So,
keep it on the list. And
I think it actually is on the list.
Yes,
like
keep it on the list and put a star that we have to go see it. Yes.
Yes. So basically, Nick Jonas, it will be going into Broadway in spring of 2025. So let me just share this article.
That's exciting. Broadway's exciting. It's a big deal, especially like as a musical artist, I think.
For sure. And I think that's great. That's a great crossover because like, I don't know if this is a musical, but it is a musical. Yes. So yeah, it's good because like you already know how to sing, but like Broadway's and you're performing on stage and it's just kind of like a different way to show your talents, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So this article is from the Hollywood Reporter. It says Nick Jonas, Adrienne Warren to star in the last 5 years on Broadway. This is the first Broadway production of Jason Robert Brown.
You're muted. You're muted. Muted.
I pressed the mute button. How the heck did I do that? Okay, sorry. What part did you hear until?
The beginning part.
Okay, so Nick Jonas and Adrienne Warren to star in the last 5 years on Broadway. The first
your volume has also gone quiet for some reason.
Shoot, hold on 1 second.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Talk a little bit more and see.
Oh, yeah. So it somehow defaulted back to my laptop instead of the Yeti.
Okay, yes. So now you're good.
Back on the Yeti. Okay, that's really weird. Okay. Good times. Okay, so I guess the musical first premiered in 2001. This is the first time it's going to Broadway.
Yeah.
In spring of 2025. The revival of the musical, which features a score and book by Jason Robert Brown, will be directed by Whitney White, a Tony Award-winning nominee. So it will be playing at the Hudson Theater starting March 18th, 2025 for an opening night of April 6th. What? I do not understand. So the opening night happens after it already starts?
Maybe they do like a preview.
Is when they're doing previews and practicing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So opening night is April 6th and it will run for 14 weeks. So there's also apparently been a film adaptation of this play. This is the first time it's going to be on Broadway. It follows two New Yorkers, aspiring author Jamie and aspiring actress Kathy, as they each narrate the ups and downs of their romantic relationship over the past 5 years, starting on opposite sides of the timeline. I've always believed that when the time was right, the last 5 years would make its way to Broadway. To have Nick and Adrian take these roles is a composer's dream come true. And to have Whitney's extraordinary guidance and vision is the hope of every playwright. It has taken 25 years, but the time is right. In addition to his career with the Jonas Brothers, Jonas has appeared on Broadway in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, replacing Daniel Radcliffe for a run in 2012. He's also performed in Broadway as a child, appearing in Les Mis, Beauty and the Beast, and Annie Get Your Gun. The Jonas Brothers launched a new tour in 2023, which included stops on Broadway and is set to continue throughout 2024. Warren is a Tony Award-winning for her portrayal of Tina Turner in Tina, the Tina Turner musical. She was Tony nominated for her role in 2016 musical Shuffle Along and made her Broadway debut in 2012 musical Bring It On. She also appeared in several TV and film projects, including Rustin and the Women King, in a Hulu series, Black Cake, and series Women of the Movement. So there you go. So
Excellent.
there you go.
Good luck to him.
That's fun.
For that,
So
yeah.
anybody gonna go check out Broadway? There's that. While you're there, you can also see the musical Anne Juliet. So that brings us to another thing. So about
Another
a couple
boy
weeks
bander.
ago, Joey Fatone, another boy bander. So Joey Fatone from NSYNC and AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys have been participating in
Have been on
Legendary
tour.
Night. So they've been on tour. They originally had like a few dates, then they added a bunch more, then they added more. And
There
now
was a
they
huge demand for them after the word got spread. People spreaded the word, and people were like, "Yes, let's go do this."
Yes, so it's a super fun show, and it's basically they sing each other's songs, and then they sing random other songs, and it's like, it's
this idea came from the 90s con in Tampa. It was just like a fun thing they did, and look how big it had become.
So yeah, so it's going good. The tour was going good, everything. They were supposed to do a whole bunch of shows in August, and then they made the announcement that, sorry, we're canceling all the shows because AJ
in August.
So AJ has an opportunity, a really great opportunity. As of right now, they still have not officially said what the opportunity is, but we know what it is, right? Am I correct in saying?
Yes, there's no official announcment yet.
So AJ,
I don't know when they're going to announce it, but we feel like we know the answer.
We're like 99.9% sure what it is. So they did not cancel all of the Legendary Night dates. They've canceled most of them except for the New York State Fair
on August
20 something. Hold on. August 21st, which I think is a Wednesday. Let me just double check.
Yeah, it was during the weekday.
So it is August 21st. They will be at the New York State Fair, and that's in Syracuse, New York, which is only about 3 hours away from here, but also it's in the middle of the week. So I'm like, do we take a couple days off?
These are the options that you talk about, like, what do you do?
Yeah, but I do have an important work meeting on the 22nd in the morning. So I'm like, probably not. We could drive through the night. It's not like a big... Anyways, that's either near here nor there, because if you want to go and you're in that near the Syracuse area, the tickets are super cheap, guys, because it's literally just admission to the fair and they are free. But I believe...
Wasn't the fair ticket like so cheap?
Super cheap. I feel like it's like $10, but...
could be like that.
Hold on a sec. Admission is $8 to the fair. So yes.
That is a steal of a deal.
And parking is $12. So again, super
wow, cheap, parking is $12. You should go for sure.
Yeah, like that's super cheap, guys. So
yeah.
Like, okay, obviously there's some fees, but with the fees and everything, it'll be probably about less than $15 to go to the show.
Where here in Toronto or like Canada,
It
it's
would
like
be like
$1
and something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like crazy. So we need some state fairs. I understand we don't have states. Do we have any provincial fairs? Well, I guess we have the CNE.
Nick performed there a long time ago.
Nick did perform.
Yeah.
But even then, the CNE is still like, what, $30 to get in?
Yeah. Back then I think it was like 20 now, but now it's like 40 something. I don't know.
That's crazy. That is so
I think it's cheaper on like weekdays or like the weeknights, like after 6 p.m.
That makes sense.
And then on weekends, I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday is like the most expensive one.
Right, because that's when everyone's off work and they can go, and they usually get the better bands.
Right.
They announce the bands.
But like, do you want to go like at the same time as everyone, and then it's like weeknights, and then everyone's going at the same time as you, so it's like sardines going inside? I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
If you've been one time to CNE, you've been like all the time.
Basically, yes. Every year they kind of release like a bunch of weird foods and stuff.
Yes.
So that's kind of.
Have you seen weird food this time? This year I haven't really seen much about it.
It's still a bit early. CNE.
That's true. It hasn't started yet.
I feel like it's usually like a week or two before. Then they're like, look at all this crate. Like one year they had like deep fried butter.
You're right. Yes, yes.
Apparently the CNE starts in 11 days, so they should be announcing.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, usually when the CNE starts, that's when you know it's like officially like end of summer, because CNE is when it's like officially over.
Yeah, for sure. So, and I think Vancouver has their own version. I think it's called the PNE.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so, but that's basically the two main state fairs in Canada.
Right, so. But it's not like $8.
No. Okay, it's actually not as bad as we thought. It's only $22.
Okay.
You buy it in advance. And then if you want a ride all day pass, it's $45.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's kind of crazy. So
because I saw like last year someone was like, we spent like $120 for the four of us. And I was like, yeah, ain't nobody doing
just
that.
To get in. And then you're gonna buy food, and then you're gonna do this. Like
that's just expensive. I think also like inflation doesn't help, and
oh, for sure. Gotta get there.
They got to make the money back because of COVID times, you know?
Yep. It's a crazy. Oh, do they have the performers? Oh, they do have performers. Let's see. Just going to do a quick glance Rooney to see if there's anyone. Sloan, I feel like I've heard of them.
I feel like I've heard of them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Nick went, we were like, wow, that's cool.
That was good.
But maybe not good for the people who are doing the barbecue. Remember the BSB barbecue?
Oh my God, that was such drama.
Yes, because where was it? It was somewhere.
It was either in Hershey, Pennsylvania, I believe.
Pennsylvania, yes. It was like the first time they did some mixtape tour
festival. So
yeah,
it was like it was a great festival, but like the VIP for that, like to get the good tickets and stuff, was like $750.
And it was crazy.
And we're like, we're not going to do that. And then we're like, oh, Nick's going to be at the CNE.
Yes, because we were thinking of going because of the BSB barbecue.
Yeah, because
we're like, oh, there's going to be a barbecue. He didn't go to the baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
He went to perform in the Toronto and the CNE. So we're like, okay, we don't have to go because he's coming here.
He's coming to us. So we're like, okay, that's great. I just did a quick peruse about the tons of performers. Nobody that I think we would care about. Nothing boy bandy appears to be there. Although I keep scrolling. Yeah, no.
It would be a good place for like 98 degrees to go to.
That would be good.
Even O-Town, I think, would be good going there.
What the heck, CNE? What's with your lack of boy bands?
I know, come on. Bands. We have lots of boy band fans in Toronto.
Yes. Anyways, so if you want to go to the New York State Fair, it is on a Wednesday. AJ and Joey will be performing. I don't know if they're doing VIPs for that one. They are not.
I guess it would be kind of hard to do
It's kind of hard when it's like a big fair like that to have like a separate area to do the meet and greet.
Yeah, at least like when you're at a venue, you could just be in one place.
So yeah, so that does kind of suck that there's no VIPs. But if you're going, enjoy the state fair.
Sorry that it happened, but like congrats
at least it's a show that's still happening.
At least he has like an opportunity, I guess. I don't know.
So,
I feel bad for people because they wanted to go, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. And one girl I saw, she had 3 of her shows canceled, like one from the first leg, and then
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It sucks when you are all excited to go see a show and do things, and I think a lot of times they don't realize that people travel to go see them because
they take time off. Like it's a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm. So like there's flights, there's hotels, there's car rentals, there's all this other stuff. So some of the stuff you can cancel ahead of time.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's a lot cheaper to get a non-refundable rate somewhere,
yes.
right?
Absolutely.
So then you kind of gamble and we're like, okay, well, if I can save X amount of money because it's going to cost me so much to get there. And then
that's why cons are like a hit or miss now.
Exactly.
Like you wanted to go, but then he also canceled the 2 cons as well.
Oh, that reminds me. I don't think we mentioned that. Did we mention the 90s Con?
Sorry?
Did we mention 90s Con for O-Town?
No. I don't think so. Or maybe we did. Yeah,
Sorry,
we did.
We'll stop jumping back and forth. We'll go back to this.
I think we did.
Thing. But yeah, so basically there's a lot of people are very disappointed and I totally understand that.
Oh, absolutely. I understand as well.
So like obviously like you get your money back for the tickets, but if you had planned to travel somewhere, like at least this time they gave you a little more notice, but I know some people are like super planners and like as soon as they get the tickets, they're
it's hard to like get time off and
like remember
work around your schedule.
Yeah, exactly. You got to like, depending on where you work, you got to get all the different time off. Remember when the
like sometimes work is not like lenient with you, right? Like when you ask for a day off here, they give it to you, you don't go, then like sometimes you're shit out of luck, right? Because there's other people that you work with that want those same days.
Yeah, right. So it kind of sucks. So well, I guess it's nice they gave them a little bit of notice, but it wasn't like it was not a lot of notice.
No,
it wasn't like the week.
I think it was like a week. Wasn't it like a week or something?
Yeah, something like that. So basically, that sucks. Hopefully, they'll continue to do more stuff. So anyway, so when they said that, oh, everything's canceled, but we're still doing the New York State Fair, we're like, oh, okay, so maybe it's something in New York, and we're like, oh, maybe AJ is going to be on & Juliet, and
that would have been cool because he did like one performance there.
He did one performance of something like I don't think he was actually a character. I think he was just there for.
Yeah, I think he just did I Want It That Way.
Whatever, but they're like that would be really cool if he did that. So that does not appear to be the case. So it there was an article that we didn't even notice and nobody was even talking about that came out in the beginning of July that mentioned this.
Nobody really shared
which again, doesn't really make sense because why wouldn't he know at the beginning of July that this was happening? Or maybe they didn't have the dates finalized yet or something. I'm not really sure.
Maybe. Or maybe, I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of weird, but.
Shady business. All right. I will share the article though. So if anyone who has not seen this, it's a British news site. It is called The Mirror. So
I guess he really liked hosting things. He also hosts a Fashion Hero.
Yeah.
So I feel like he enjoys doing that. So he's like, yes, I will jump at the chance to host another thing.
Yeah, pretty much, right? So, okay, so this says Nicole Scherzinger goes head to head with Simon Cowell in Netflix talent show war. Nicole is set to compete with her former X Factor boss, Simon Cowell, in a Netflix talent show war as they both launch pop star search shows in the coming months. Nicole Scherzinger is gearing up for the showdown with Simon Cowell. The X Factor panelist who teamed up on the UK series in 2016 and 2017, and again for X Factor Celebrity in 2019, are set to launch competing pop star search programs soon. Nicole is slated to be a judge on Building the Band, helmed by none other than Backstreet Boys icon AJ McLean. The show will pit 50 contestants against each other.
I enjoy that they say icon every time they mention Backstreet Boys. It's really nice. Either legends or icons. I love that.
Legendary icon status. Right?
I just love that. Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
There. That's beautiful. So the show will pit 50 contestants against each other for a spot in a brand new band. So this was not actually the article that I had read before. This is a different one. But it says, meanwhile, Simon is throwing his hat into the ring with the Midas touch, aiming to discover another sensation like One Direction.
So I saw something like on TikTok saying like Nicole is
People
the
are not-
one that came up with One Direction and not Simon Cowell.
They
So I thought that
both
was
did, right?
yeah,
Thought
but
it
I thought
was.
that was
They
very
were
interesting.
looking at
Now
the
they're just
paper.
giving it to Nicole.
Now they're giving her credit for it.
Yeah, they're just giving it her credit instead of Simon Cowell. I guess Simon Cowell has done like some really shady things now, so they're like, yeah, F Simon
He
Cowell.
is our modern day Lou, guys. Because
He's our modern day Lou. Yeah, maybe not with like the touching and all that, but I don't know.
Well, maybe yes, but yes. Okay, so it says an insider spilled the beans to the Sun on Sunday. Nicole is a huge coup for Netflix, as she has been on so many talent shows in the UK and the US in the past. So is synonymous with the genre. It shows how serious bosses at the streamer are about the competing of major channels. Nicole is the whole package. With her experience in the industry, she also brings personality, warmth, and glamour. She's perfect. Casting AJ is a shrewd move, as he has a massive fan base and is really quirky on screen, which can confirm AJ.
Yeah, he is fun. That's right. But will people watch? I don't know.
On the flip side, Simon is eager to replicate the magic of the 2010 X Factor auditions, where Niall Horan, Liam Payne, Zayn Malik, Harry Styles, and Louis Tomlinson try out a solo acts before forming into a global phenomenon that is One Direction.
Isn't he also a judge on America's Got Talent?
I believe so, yes. Yeah.
He also made an appearance on Canada's Got Talent last year.
Oh, did he? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yes. He's everywhere. Simon has hinted at a significant change for his new boy band, revealing a regret over One Direction's name rights. On the Diary of a CEO podcast, Simon admitted, "The one thing I regret is I should have kept the name. I should have owned the name. That's the problem. When you give the artist the name, it's not yours. That's my only regret. So if you're listening, I'll buy it back from you." He noted that potential issues with band members not wanting to tour, saying if one of the band members, whatever reason, said they don't want to tour, it can stop others from touring. So if I own the name, it wouldn't be a problem. So basically, he's basically doing
he would held them hostage, is what it sounds
Shady Lou
like.
thing. Yeah, it kind of sounds.
It's like,
sounds like he wants to do kind of like a Menudo type thing.
Yeah, like that's their name. So maybe he would like bring other people in.
Yeah, I don't know.
And like maybe whoever didn't want to tour, he would kick them out and then put another like band member. I don't know.
It sounds very Menudo-like. So
yeah, I feel like that's shady for sure.
I feel like it's shady, and I feel like because of all these like documentaries about Lou and the Dirty Potch, we'll talk about that in a future episode. But basically, it's like kind of sounds a bit shady there, Simon. Like it doesn't.
It's
sound
just
like
so weird. Like after learning like so much, you haven't learned like nobody has learned anything from this like Lou stuff. That the industry is still kind of like this. Like it's weird.
So I had read a tweet. I don't know. I'm not sure how like true this is, but apparently he did not have a lot of people come for his audition.
I also saw a post like that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that's just somebody being shady or if it's actually true that like lots of people did not come for this. But apparently this other boy band show. So apparently the show is filming now in the UK. And AJ has posted several times this week that, I'm on a plane. Oh, I'm in the UK. Oh, whatever. But he hasn't officially said because I'm the host of this show.
Even today, I believe it was today, he had posted something on his IG story about day one. So.
Okay, so they must be filming. So
day one could be anything. Day one of what?
Could be anything. Yes. So I guess maybe they'll film it within like a month.
And then the other day he was like, I changed outfits. So.
Oh, then his luggage got lost, so he was shirtless. We're like, really, AJ? Did you go on the plane shirtless, or did you just want to take a shirtless picture?
Well,
no one's complaining.
Nobody's complaining about these shirtless pictures. No one.
Yep. Too funny. But yeah, so basically,
so he's like giving hints of like things, but he's not really saying what it is.
But I'm sure, as per usual, when we record something, the announcement comes out right afterwards. So
that's basically how it goes for us. Yes.
So anyways, wish him luck, and obviously I would watch this show. So like I know it sucks for the people whose shows got canceled, but I love boy bands. Remember when that boy band show came out with Nick and
like
Emma?
we watched the boy band. We watched it when Nick was a judge, so I feel like I would watch it.
We
for
will
AJ.
watch this.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take one for the team and review it for you guys. So
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, I wonder.
I thought it was fun. When Nick was a judge, what was that called again? The boy band.
It was called boy band. It was just called boy band.
Yeah, boy band. So yeah, that was fun. Like,
and it came in real life was the band that it made, so.
And having Baby Spice there with him too. That was pretty cool.
Because she was the host, right? Or was she also a judge?
She was a judge. Rita Ora was the host.
Yeah, so it was Nick.
But yeah, but that was, I feel like those three judges like actually like meshed well. Timbaland.
Yes.
They meshed very well together. So like, oh, this is cool.
And that was all maybe the Backstreet Boys would do something with the Spice Girls. And that never happened. And like,
and then now AJ's like talking in interviews and he has like, oh, maybe it's going to be Backstreet Boys, NSYNC and Spice Girls. I'm like, AJ, can you stop talking about these things?
And teasing people. Also, stop saying that there's this big announcement. There's apparently some big announcement for 2025 for the Backstreet Boys. Hasn't been announced yet. Will be out allegedly
September? I heard something about September. Was it
allegedly?
September?
But again, like, I love you, AJ, but I do not trust you.
A grain of salt is basically what we say. Take it with a grain of salt.
Because also
I believe like Brian or Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Also, AJ's been I was reading other ones. Someone's like, oh, AJ was talking about the solo album. When's it coming out? Oh, I think in about a month. I was like, guys, I love you dearly, but until this friggin' solo album is actually in my hand, I am not going to believe it. Because, Sophia, how many times over the years has AJ promised us a solo album?
He literally told me when we went to Louisville, Kentucky for Fandom Fest that the album will be coming out September. That was 8 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I love it.
So that's why we say with a grain of salt, whatever he's saying.
I'm not throwing shade on AJ at all because I know things happen and things change.
Not at all. We love him dearly.
But I don't believe his solo album is coming out anytime soon. He mentioned it, and like it's like he just likes to release random singles.
Like Nick released a solo album in between when he said that AJ would release a solo album, and Nick just like I think it was a couple of months that he worked on it.
Nick's like, here's an album. I think that was the album,
cool.
Which was a great album.
It was a great album.
It's just like we love you, AJ. We wish you all the best, but stop lying to us about things. Maybe it's not a lie to you. Fair, maybe you have the good intentions, but it's a lie.
I know you're excited. Absolutely. We're excited for you as well. But like people are let down when the month comes and goes and nothing has come out.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 7,000 times, again, shame on me. So
yeah, it's time to stop talking about it and just like wait to see if it's coming out and then say it is out.
Yes.
Right?
Like surprise, here's a solo album.
Here's the pre-ordering page for you guys. That way you can have the album.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you actually do have a solo album from AJ, right?
Yeah. He released it in Japan.
So technically there is one. We've never reviewed it for the podcast, have we?
We reviewed it when we talked about the solo albums.
Oh, we did talk about it. Okay.
I believe what we did was we talked about each boy's solo album. And because I think I was the only one that had all the albums.
Yes, I think so too.
And then
but I don't think we did like a track by track. I wonder if it's available anywhere.
Think so. I think we just said like, oh, what's your favorite song from that album? And then I talked about what it was.
Yeah, because none of us even knew it existed. So.
Yeah.
So in AJ's defense, he does have a solo album that came out over 10 years ago, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it was like 2011, 2010, something like that. Okay.
So like 13, 14 years ago. So yeah. But recently
it's been a while.
It's been a while. So
that's where like London, the song London was from. It was a really good song. And then that's why we're like, oh, you're gonna release, I think the album is called Have It All. Okay. If I remember correctly. And I thought that because it was in Japan first, that okay, he's gonna release it in North America. Because that's what you do. You release it other places. But no, it was just Japan. And then I think also he released it in Taiwan. And then he had like a bunch of songs as well.
I have located a Wikipedia article about it.
Excellent.
So you're correct. It is called Have It All. And it was released January 20th, 2010.
Okay.
So it is 14
I knew it was
years
like
old.
2010, something like that. Yeah.
He recorded in 2009. It's a full-length 41-minute album.
Yeah. There were some really good
and
songs on there. That's why I was
yeah.
like, why don't you release this album? People want to see it, hear it.
So it has 12 songs. Then there's Japanese bonus tracks with a couple extra ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right, it was released in Taiwan as well.
So I think I bought like one album from Japan, and then there was like an album in Taiwan because he had like 2 extra. And then I think it was also autographed, and there was like something else that came with it. So I was like, I'm just going to get this as well.
Yes.
Yes.
This was recorded with his Johnny No Name thing.
HMV Japan did like points. There's like points, and like I had a whole bunch of points.
Okay.
And then I used those points, and then I just paid what the remainder of the price was. So it was pretty good.
Also interesting is that JC Chazé from NSYNC actually wrote and produced a couple of the songs.
Yes. At that time, they were like working together.
Huh.
I think they worked together also on one of the songs, Treat Me Right, on This Is Us or Unbreakable. I think it was one of those ones.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe we'll write this down as a future episode thing. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
AJ has not released his solo album, the country album, the new one, any of that, but maybe we'll go back in time and listen to the original AJ solo album.
Yes. Okay.
So if we can track that down, let's do that for a future episode. But yes. Okay. What else? One last thing from other boy bands on the other half of the legendary night. Joy.
And Nick Carter is doing very good in Europe. He's selling a few. I think he sold out some of the shows there.
Oh yeah,
and he's really enjoying himself. So that's good. When I think he was in Sweden the last couple of.
I think so, and he's done a couple of festivals too while he's out there too.
Yeah, and then like he posted, he did like lives from there, and like there's so many people, and I'm like, that's so great to see.
That's awesome.
Good for him.
Yeah, so that's good. He has quite. I
think he was in Italy a couple days ago.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. In North America, he has added a Cleveland show.
Yes, in September.
But I believe it's in the middle of the week. So.
Are you going to that?
No, like we're going to Toronto and.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool, but like we're already doing 3 shows. I'm like,
it's not my favorite tour, but I would definitely go. See that again. So I think we're good.
Yeah,
just Toronto and Niagara Falls.
Yeah, it's good that he's coming to Toronto because that's what we really wanted.
True.
When I went to 90s Con Tampa, I bugged him. I was like, Toronto, please.
And he knows Toronto.
And then I was like, I wasn't the only one who bugged him about it, so that's good as well.
I mean, what I like about the Toronto though is that we're going to see all of our like Backstreet friends from Toronto.
Yeah, that it hasn't happened in so long, right? Every time we went to a show, we always see them there, but I feel like we always saw them like in the US.
Yeah, it's funny too. So it'll be good to see a bunch of our Backstreet friends.
I do want to say one thing about Have It All CD. When I ordered it from Japan, it came like a week later. But when I ordered stuff from the fan club, the BSB fan club, it came like 2 weeks later. So then I was like, how does Japan have it before somewhere in the US? Like, I don't understand. So yeah, I always found that funny. Like, you order something from the fan club, it comes like 2 weeks later.
It gets here faster than
Japan, it gets here faster. It was really entertaining.
That's so fun. Okay, so the very last thing that we are going to talk about, because I just realized we are running out of time and we'll not get to the article that we were going to talk about, that could be for another day, is that 4 out of 5 members of NSYNC were at the Deadpool Wolverine premiere.
Ooh, it was so good.
Yeah, so...
I want to say Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, was like, you need to put this song in the movie. I think I saw somewhere on Instagram where she had like a list of things that she wanted in the movie, and then apparently like Ryan Reynolds like did everything that she asked.
What a nice husband.
Right?
That's great.
And then I really enjoyed all the songs that they had in the movie, but particularly Bye Bye Bye, obviously, because we're a boy band podcast. It's obviously in the beginning of the movie, like the opening credits, the intro of the movie.
Oh, so it's right at the beginning. So
right at the beginning. So do not
wait for
delay yourself to going. You just need to be there promptly.
Okay, so it literally starts with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am not. Yes, continue.
Sorry, say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say I'm not really like a Marvel Universe type person, but I saw a couple of things about it. So is it true that Wolverine was dead?
Okay, so in the movie, there's like why is Thor crying? Wolverine did die in the Logan movie.
Okay, so I saw a thing, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently in one of the Wolverine movies or something, he was listening to the radio and Bye 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 came on.
Yes.
And I hate this song. This is such a terrible song. So
yeah.
From what I'm understanding, again, I have not actually seen this movie, so that somehow Deadpool raises him from the dead by playing Bye 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 because it pisses him off or something.
So from what I remember is he goes to another dimension because the Marvel is now like metaverse. Like you go to each like there's like a different
so like alternate realities
universes for everyone. So he went to a different universe where he's like one of the worst Wolverines. Apparently he's like the worst Wolverine in this one.
Okay.
He did something like really terrible. So he's like, okay, we need a Wolverine. So he went looking for Wolverines everywhere. There was like a Hulk Wolverine, a skinny, like it was very entertaining. I was like, wow, this is very funny. But he found this Wolverine that they brought. And he's like, here we go. And then the guy from TVA, who he's like the owner of TVA, of the TV station. And he's like, you brought me the worst Wolverine. What are you going to do with this Wolverine? And then he's like, well, he's going to have to do because he needs to save his family. Deadpool needs to save his family. So spoiler alerts, sorry, spoiler alerts if you haven't watched it, but it has been out now for a few weeks or 2 weeks. It's like the fastest growing movie.
Marvel Universe. Well,
they already made over $1 billion. I was like, amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I also feel like it probably has something to do with the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are such huge stars in their own regard.
So their bromance is like what sells the movie, right? Because they're such good friends. And then people are like, yes, we want these two in a movie. And like their chemistry off screen shows on screen, right? Yeah. I don't know. I loved it so much. I also love Marvel movies. Yeah. So most of the Marvel movies have been really good. There might have been like 1 or 2 duds in the 10 years that I've been watching the movies, which is pretty good percentage wise. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. There's a lot of heart in it. You might not think that you would cry in this movie, but you got a little bit teary-eyed along
for the journey of emotions.
Wow, what is this? But yeah, it's very funny. They do like a love letter. It's basically like a love letter to 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
Because they were a big deal back then.
Well, that's cute. That's fun.
So yeah. And they even have like the 20th Century Fox sign like in the dirt when they're like fighting with other villains.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very entertaining.
I feel like we saw the original Deadpool in Boston. We saw it with Janae, and we thought that was fucking hilarious and loved it. I can't remember if I saw the second movie or not.
Yeah, we went to see the second one.
We did see the second one? Was that Toronto maybe? I don't know.
Yes, I think so. I remember seeing it.
Okay. So then, but do you feel like I need to see those other 2 movies to understand this third movie, or do you think
I don't think so.
It's just like shit happens and it's
they're just Wolverine is in it. I don't think the other two, like, you might want to see it so you know like who the family is, because I feel like you're gonna like be like, who's this person, and you're gonna be like googling.
I'm very bad for like, I need the backstory, I need
this, so you might want to see the second one.
Maybe I'll do like a Wikipedia read through or some summaries.
So I feel like if you don't remember some of it, you might be like, who's this person again, who's this, like,
Because I love catching those Easter eggs. And when I don't know this information, I was like, I can't catch an Easter egg. I don't know. I'm like, is this supposed to be like an obscure reference?
So
or
like,
just, like
I didn't like read anything before I went to the movies with my friends too. So I thought, oh, these are cameos. But then everyone's like, no, this is not a cameo. This is just like, this is the supporting cast. They just weren't announced.
Okay.
But it's like, okay, well, technically it's a cameo.
Yeah.
Nobody knew of this. So they kept a secret of Jennifer Garner being in it. Sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie.
Yes. Okay.
And then like Channing Tatum was also in it. He plays Gamut. Apparently this movie was supposed to be made, but then they canceled it. So Channing Tatum like wrote us something on social saying like Ryan Reynolds was like a big supporter of his in Hollywood, and he wouldn't be like the actor he is or where he is without him. So that was cool. And then Blade, the original Blade, Wesley Snipes is in the movie as well. And I was like, oh wow. So they're in the movie.
So there's a lot going on.
So if you I'm sorry. But so they're in the movie because they didn't have like an ending for their superheroes. It just ended abruptly.
Well, that's cool.
So basically they put them in there so they could have like an ending.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I really enjoyed it. I was like singing along to the songs. Our movie theater was like packed. Everyone was loving it. Like, everyone was singing like bye bye bye. You could hear like people like beside me like singing. It was like, oh no, great.
And that's like had a new resurgence now, and there's like a little Lego version, and then
so and then apparently bye 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 is doing really well again on the Billboard charts, and I was like, fantastic. See.
Well, on their YouTube page, they actually like changed the title from Bye 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 to Bye 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 from Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, it's also like that on Spotify, because I have Bye 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 as like a liked song that I like. And before I never had that.
I know some people are offended by that, but I'm like, why does it matter? Who cares?
Why? It's making lots of money.
It's good.
It's like getting them back into the consciousness of people. Like, that's amazing.
Exactly. Get people wanting. And it's like, I feel like now more than ever, there's been such, so much people want an NSYNC
like nostalgic, right? People like want to feel good about things again.
I feel like we're the closest we've ever been to getting a reunion.
Yeah. And then you shared a video from TMZ with Chris Kirkpatrick saying that they will not do it with 4 members, because apparently there was a rumors back in a couple years ago that maybe they would talk about doing with 4. And he was saying that they don't feel right.
Yeah, so it's all 5 or not.
To not do it without Justin.
So then at one point, then
I kind of feel like it's understandable because he's part of the group.
Yeah, as much as I despise that man, he is part of the group, and he does.
And Chris was saying like NSYNC is because of all 5 of them. They spell out the word NSYNC with all 5 of their names,
and kind of lands.
So it kind of defeats the purpose if you only have 4.
Yeah. So, but again, I feel like this has now put stuff on their radar. There's talks, there's things happening. So it could be a good possibility.
And I think it really helps, like, Blake Lively is a fangirl like us.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like she got her husband to get them in there. So like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So when I posted that on Twitter, I was like, we love this. Cause like, that's us, right? She's like basically one of us.
She's one of us. That's what we need. We need these.
So go see the movie. My apologies for spoiling it, but it's already been out for 2 weeks. Usually, like, so they do like Thursday, Friday before. Like the opening day, I thought was Friday, but there was actually opening day was Thursday.
Oh, so it was like a pre-screening thing.
Pre-screening. So people were like posting spoilers on Twitter. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going on Twitter because I want to go see this. So
Exactly.
I'm glad that it was only a day that I had to wait.
Ryan and Hugh were in Toronto. My friend Valerie tried to get taping, but she couldn't. So
usually they send out emails because I'm with this like screening thing. They usually send out emails where you could like go to the screening.
The audience.
But I wasn't able to get it.
Oh.
But yeah, they were there. They went everywhere.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
They were on E-Talk, Entertainment Tonight. They were everywhere. I was like, damn it.
Stuff. Yes. All right. We're gonna.
Anyways, it's a very good movie. If only you go for the music. Bye bye bye. Remember, it's the opening scene.
All right, sounds good. And one last little update is that AJ and Joey are doing some spokespersoning stuff for Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes.
The Iced Boys, I believe, is what they're called. And they made there's a song about iced coffee. So
yes, it's very cute, I think.
You can get it on Spotify as well. It's called Iced Like My Coffee.
Yes.
So
well, good for them, right? Doing fun things.
You know what? Why
feel
not? Like get that sponsorship money.
Get that money, hustle hard.
Hustle. So it's better than
cool.
BB Mac was selling with tuna, I think. So it's just like,
hey, whatever you can get the money, get it. Why not?
Sponsorship, then you go for it. You get that sponsorship.
Exactly.
Okay, so this episode's a bit long. I honestly didn't even think we had that many updates. So yeah.
To be fair, if you know us, you know that we talk a lot. We try to put lots of details. So this is why it comes at this time, an hour and 20 minutes.
So there's some of your updates. We'll let you know if there's any other ones. And make sure that you enter our contests. They are on until August 17th, 2024. If you're listening to this in the future. And
good luck to all of you. Hopefully you're ones that win.
Free and open worldwide, and we will email you if you win. Okay, so well, thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.